Hey everyone. You know that incredible new car smell, right? The shiny paint, that perfect interior. But what if I told you that behind that amazing feeling, there's a whole series of hidden costs? Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain and see what that new car is really costing you.
And I'm not just talking about the sticker price or your monthly payment. Nope. We're diving deep into the invisible expenses, the ones that quietly drain your bank account long after you've driven it home.
So, here's our game plan. We'll start with why we fall in love with new cars in the first place, that new car dream. Then we'll get into the psychology behind the purchase. And after that, we'll hit the big three financial realities, the jaw-dropping depreciation, all those sneaky hidden fees, and what I call the reliability gamble. Okay, first things first, let's be honest about why we even want a new car. It's not just about getting from point A to B. It's this powerful dream. And wow, is it marketed to us effectively?
This quote just nails it, doesn't it? This is the heart of it all. Buying a new car is an emotional decision. Automakers aren't just selling you a machine, they're selling you the feeling of a clean slate, of making it, of problem-free living. And that is a very, very tempting idea. So, with that perfect dream buzzing in our heads, let's talk about the invisible forces that are actually pulling the strings. Our brains, have these little tripwires and biases that can make us totally ignore the financial downsides just to get that emotional rush.
And here's a huge one, the endowment effect. This little trick your brain plays on you kicks in the second you sit down for a test drive. You start to feel like the car is already yours, and suddenly you value it way more than its objective price tag. It's a powerful little bias that makes walking away from a deal incredibly difficult. Oh, and it doesn't stop there. It's a whole cocktail of triggers all working at once. We see the new car and think, yep, that's social status. We imagine a future with zero surprise repair bills. We're so hooked on that brand new feeling that we completely ignore a 1 or 2 year old car, even if it's basically the same thing but for thousands of dollars less. All right, let's switch gears from psychology to cold, hard cash. And the biggest, most mind-blowing number in new car ownership is depreciation. This is the money you lose without ever writing a check for it. It just vanishes. So, to make this super clear, let's use the average price of a new car right now, which is floating around $48,000. Keep that number in your head. Now watch what happens to it. And this chart, wow, it shows the nosedive perfectly. The very second you drive that $48,000 car off the lot, it's not new anymore. In just the first year, it can lose 20% of its value. That's almost 10 grand. Poof, gone. By year 3, you could be looking at a 40% loss or even more. Let me try to put this another way because this is so important. That $10,000 you lose in value in the first year, that is more money than you will probably spend on gas for the next 3, maybe even 4 years. Depreciation is your single biggest expense, and you never even see it happen. It's totally silent. But wait, there's more. The costs don't just stop with that initial plunge. No, that's just the beginning. Next up is a whole trail of smaller fees and higher costs that are basically attached to any new car. First up, insurance. For the insurance company, it's just simple math. A new $48,000 car is way more expensive for them to replace than a 3-year-old car that's now worth maybe $28,000. Plus, with all the fancy new sensors and cameras, even a tiny fender bender costs a fortune to fix. All of that means higher premiums for you. And then you've got all the fun fees baked right into the deal. Sales tax on that $48K car, that could easily be another $2,000 or $3,000. Then add the dealer's dock fee, which can be hundreds, plus your state registration fees, and you've suddenly tacked on thousands of dollars before you've even made your first payment. Okay, on to our final point, and this one might be the one that surprises you the most. The whole reason we buy new is for peace of mind, right? To avoid all the problems of a used car. Well, that's not always how it works out. Because the simple, honest truth is that your brand new, perfect car might not be so perfect after all. Just think about it for a second. A totally redesigned model hasn't been tested in the real world by millions of people yet. You might be the guinea pig who discovers all the software bugs or the weird little manufacturing quirks. And sure, the warranty will pay for the repairs, but it doesn't pay you back for your time, the hassle, and the sheer frustration of being stuck at the dealership again. So, after all that, after looking at the psychology, the massive depreciation hit, the higher costs, and the reliability gamble, we end up right back here. Look, the point of this isn't to say that buying a new car is always a terrible idea. It's about making sure you walk in with your eyes wide open. That emotional thrill is real, for sure. But so are the financial costs. And at the end of the day, the only question that matters is, for you, which one carries more weight?